was thinking about something. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm like a huge Marilyn Manson fan. I love this stuff too much. I actually bought this thing. It's literally just a DVD with no music, just interviews. Because I find them fascinating. I'll be honest. I really do find them fascinating. I know you guys already know this, but I'm also a big Kurt Cobain fan. Anything Nirvana. So, I was thinking lately, you know, Marilyn Manson kind of put on this David Bowie-like figure. And he was trying to do it in such a way which kind of showed the hip-hopsy of American pop culture. Like, what if David Bowie was like this demon? You know, would people still really like him in a way? Now, what if I take Kurt Cobain, do the same to Kurt Cobain, what Marilyn Manson did to David Bowie? It's a thought, right? I mean, if you think about it, it could work. Because, I mean, Kurt Cobain is so overdone anyways. I mean, if you think about it, Kurt Cobain ain't even a person anymore. Why? Because this corporate conglomerate has turned him into something he really never was. I mean, okay, even a Kurt Cobain fan like myself could say that's a little too far. Like, when you go to Forever 21 and you see a Nirvana shirt there, you're like, why is this doing here? It's silly. You know, it's just silly. And I guess what I'm trying to say, what I want to do, and maybe you've seen this in some of my music, I don't know. I kind of want to take the image of what Kurt Cobain is, but I don't want to make it about Kurt Cobain more. I want to make it about his generation. But at the same time, I want to say something about Kurt Cobain. I want to kind of say, I don't want it to be Kurt Cobain more. I want it to be like a Kurt Cobain-like image. I want to play on this kind of character. You get what I mean? And I think it's interesting. I want to play on this character of the savior of music, almost. Because if you think about it, Cobain came out of the era of Guns N' Roses. He came out of the era of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. He came out of the era of the sexist macho-ness era. He did. He came out of that. And he took it and turned it into something what was a little more feminist. He turned it into something where he was talking about his feelings. Now, there's been bands what did that, kinda, The Cure, R.E.M., but none of them, even with a little bit of cess what they had, none of them didn't have quite the cess what Nirvana had back in the early 90s. And we continue to have, really. With Marilyn Manson, there's somewhat of a difference, but kind of similar. See, Marilyn Manson came out of the age of kind of the same thing. Kind of the same thing. But he also came out of the grunge era, too. He came out of two different eras. He came out of that era. He came out of the grunge era. So, it's kind of like him saying, kind of like, screw all that. I want to make it my own. And what's so funny about this is, you kind of get the sense of kind of like, yeah, the music is really dark. It's really evil sounding, but you get the sense of that's what he grown up in, you know. That's what he was, you know. He took that sound because he was that sound. The same with Kurt Cobain. He took that outsider sound and he made that sound because that's just who he was. So, what I'm trying to say, I really want to play this figure. I really want to play this, I want to have a stage name. I really want to change, and I'm not going to do it overnight, but I really want to kind of make people think. And that's what I'm going to do for now on. So stay tuned because I have an idea. See ya.